Hey, how's it going everyone? Tazen here, and today bringing you some awesome news regarding .hack GU last Recode. So Tokyo Game Show 2017 has just happened and we've received so much information. So kicking things off with some information that was released just prior to TGS, and the first is that we have now received the list of PlayStation 4 trophies for .hack GU last Recode. So these include various things like actions for completing campaigns, viewing all the terminal disk files and parody mode content, alchemizing items, collecting area words, performing a certain number of counterattacks and winning a certain number of battles. But there's also a single trophy for beating each volume and a single platinum trophy for last Recode as a whole. So this sort of makes it also feel like all 4 volumes accumulate to make one complete large game. And there are 2 important bits of information that this trophy list possibly suggests. And one is regarding the trophy called Knows No Bounds. It's a silver trophy for raising Haseo to level 150 in either Volume 3 or Volume 4, suggesting possibly that there will be no level cap increase from 150 from Volume 3 into Volume 4. I've been really hoping that there would be a level cap increase to 200 for Volume 4. I thought it would make for some extra content and grinding, but it appears that it possibly may be stuck at level 150. And also, it's important to note that there is no evidence as of yet of a hard mode trophy, suggesting possibly, again, this hasn't all been confirmed as of yet, the possibility that there won't be any hard mode for last Recode. And this is something that these 2 things, hard mode and not getting to level 200, sort of worry me because one, we've seen so many adjustments to make last Recode somewhat easier, but nothing to make it harder in a sense, and I would love that hard mode option. But again, it doesn't mean that it may not be in the game, and if it is in the game, it could still be added later on. I'll leave a link to both trophies below, so be sure to check them out. Let me know what you think of some of them, and so some that you think may be easy to get, and some that you think may be the hardest to get in last Recode. Secondly, we have now also received the remastered opening of Volume 2 for last Recode, so I'll leave a link to that below. Thirdly, last Recode can now be pre-ordered digitally on the North American PlayStation Network store. So far, it's not available digitally in my region, Australia and New Zealand, but make sure to check your region to see if it's already available. And what's awesome to see is that for digital pre-orders in North America, it includes the PS4 dynamic theme. One thing to note though is that I've read both in the comment section and on Reddit forums that people who have gone ahead and pre-ordered the North American digital version of last Recode and have received this theme have said it doesn't include the unique system sounds included in the Japanese version, nor does it include the song Gentle Hands playing in the background. It appears to just be the standard PS4 system sounds and PS4 music. This is a shame, but again, no word as of yet if this is just for the North American theme or if this is for all themes other than the one in Japan. And now kicking things off with information regarding TGS 2017, and first we received 11 to 12 minutes of last Recode gameplay from the start of Volume 1. I'll leave a link to that below also, or it can also be found on IGN and DualShock's YouTube channel. And it shows mostly gameplay from the beginning as well as a little bit of story segment introducing the game, but it's important to note some updates that you can see in this gameplay, including an increase in movement speed, an increase in battle tempo, and a reduction in hit stops during fights, making for more fluid combat. And shortly after, we then got to watch the Tokyo Game Show live stream event, which revealed so much new awesome stuff regarding last Recode and .hack as a whole. Now, I'm only going to discuss the things that I could interpret and can report on because this was all in Japanese and I don't want to get anything wrong, or I want to be as accurate as possible. So this means that in the future there will be so much more that I'll be talking about as we get professional and official English translations of everything that was discussed during TGS. But starting things off, firstly, we got a new PS2 to PS4 comparison trailer showing how .hack GU looks in the new remastered form compared to its original PlayStation 2 form, and it looks incredible. Some things to note from this trailer is you can see enhancements in the resolution, the background, UI textures, you see adjustment to the user interface, as well as change from 4:3 to 16:9 aspect ratio. I'll leave a link to that below so you can check it out for yourselves and just see how much better it looks. We got to see some cool things like a life-size Gate of Ouroboros sword figure, and this was apparently made by CyberConnect 2 employees themselves. And then a few days later, we also got a TGS gameplay live stream event during which we actually got to see Vol.4 gameplay. And we have now so much more information just from seeing this alone regarding the phase art transformations. So first thing to note is regarding battles, we can see the battle initiations in which the characters are engulfed within a flame-like aura barrier. We then got to see his 5th form 4 combos and how they work. And regarding the 8 phase art transformations, how they appear to work is that they are the seamless skill trigger transformation combos, which are activated for about 5 to 10 seconds, whereby the first skill trigger allows him to transform the gate of Ouroboros into one of the first 4 phase arts by using either the cross, circle, triangle or square. And then the double skill trigger prompt allows him to connect to using one of the 5th to 8th phase art transformations. So it appears these aren't necessarily transformations in a sense that Haseo will be in like a state similar to the drive forms in Kingdom Hearts 2, but it will simply be a brief transformation of his weapon, allowing him to do a combo with one of the phase art powers of the epitaph. I'll leave a link to that below, and I'll also let you know the time in the description at which this gameplay begins, because it's actually a link to the entire stream, which goes over multiple hours. So there we have it. We have so much more to discuss and talk about, and like I said, the whole TGS live stream events all took place in Japanese, and there's a lot more I saw, and there's a lot that I've looked into regarding what they were discussing, and I've gotten some translations, but again, these aren't professional translations, so I'd like to wait until we get that information professionally before I then talk about it. But it was really cool to see that they're expanding on the .hack universe, and I just can't wait to get Last Recode and hope that if it does really well, .hack can expand even further, and then we can hopefully start seeing things like a remaster of the first 4 .hack games. And what I would like to say is that possibly Last Recode, the name itself, is a hint that we may get a remaster of the first 4 games, in that the first 4 games remastered could be called .hack First Recode. That would be awesome to see. Imagine that. We have .hack First Recode or Initial Recode and .hack Last Recode. And then maybe beyond that, they can do something like .hack Next Recode or .hack New Recode. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. Let me know your thoughts on anything below. Please make sure to check out everything in the description below regarding links to all the different trailers, the trophy lists, as well as the live stage events. But yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching. As always, I hope you really enjoyed this. And until next video, stay spot on.